Thank you for tuning in to your daily Wallops weather briefing for Tuesday, January 19th. Saw a low near 30 degrees this morning under mostly clear skies. We're continuing to see mostly sunny skies out there currently. We are expecting a little bit of an uptick in clouds this afternoon as we have some weak shortwave energy moving across the region, but not seeing really any moisture out there for that energy to work with, so only expecting a very slight uptick in cloudiness, and then perhaps a little bit more of an uptick in cloudiness tomorrow morning with a very slight chance of an isolated sprinkle or flurry as we get another shortwave moving across the region. Let's take a look at our surface analysis this morning. We do have weak high pressure across much of the southeast, helping to control our weather this morning with some southwesterly flow. That'll help to bump those temperatures up to around 50 degrees or so. We are going to be seeing, like I said, that weak shortwave move across the area this afternoon here, and only going to bring up a slight uptick in cloudiness with that. And then another area, another weak shortwave coming in the pre-dawn hours and into the late morning hours tomorrow, giving us just a slight chance of an isolated shower across the area, but only around 10% or less for any one location to see a sprinkle or perhaps a flurry. Let's take a look at our satellite across the region. Still seeing mostly sunny skies across the Delmarva. We are seeing some clouds start to increase up across northern Maryland as that weak shortwave energy approaches, and we can't expect this expansion of clouds to reach over towards the Delmarva as we get towards the afternoon. Taking a brief look at our upper level winds, we are seeing generally westerly winds across the entire column, seeing just above the surface running 20 to 25 knots and then steadily increasing up towards 60 to 65 knots at the 12,000 foot level, continuing to increase as we go upwards with height, and seeing a pretty decent jet stream above us at the 25,000 foot level with those winds close to 140 knots from the west. Seeing our freezing level this morning just below 2,000 feet. Let's take a look at our forecast for today, expecting a high of 50 degrees this afternoon. Southwesterly winds will increase a bit, becoming 9 to 14 knots and gusty just after lunchtime and into the mid-afternoon hours, and then slowly decreasing once we get towards the late afternoon, becoming 3 to 8 knots around sunset, and then shifting more westerly overnight around 5 to 10 knots before increasing towards mid-morning Wednesday from the west-northwest at 8 to 13 knots and gusty. We are expecting a little bit more of a milder low tonight due to those westerly winds of around 34 degrees. Taking a look at our terminal forecast, going to see a few clouds at 4,500 feet scattered at 6,000 feet towards lunchtime, and then possibly broken at 6,000 feet at times throughout the afternoon and into the early evening hours. And then as we get a little bit of a break between short waves, we'll see scattered at 6,000, scattered at 25,000 around 10 p.m., and then temporarily broken at times through mid-morning tomorrow. We are going to be seeing tides normal along the Delmarva Atlantic coast this morning. Let's take a look at our long-range weather model to show you how the weather pattern will be progressing over the next several days. This is this afternoon. You see that high pressure starting to weaken and flatten a bit across the southeast as we progress here, as we get that weak shortwave starting to approach the region as we go into tonight and tomorrow morning. This particular model is outputting a little bit of a light isolated shower activity across the region, but it does look like only around 10% chance, as any showers are going to be very spotty, and any precipitation that reaches the ground is going to be only really a trace at the very most. And does look like down here a better chance of seeing a rain shower or a sprinkle, and maybe up towards Salisbury even a chance of a snow flurry, depending on where that freezing line sets up tomorrow morning. As we go into tomorrow, we'll see that shortwave pass, and then some dry air filter into the area, and that'll help to clear things out, giving us partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies. We are going to be seeing some chillier temperatures tomorrow, though highs only getting into the mid-40s. As we go into Thursday, we'll see those temperatures bump up back to around 50 degrees as we have some weak high pressure building off the southeast coast, once again helping to give us a west-southwesterly flow return. And then continuing to be dry throughout the week, really just seeing a very benign zonal flow, giving us some fairly seasonable temperatures to end the week here. Not really too much weather to talk about, partly cloudy skies and pretty seasonable conditions expected as we go into the weekend as well. And then as we go into Sunday, maybe seeing a little bit more of a cooler air mass start to overspread the area, giving us some chilly morning lows and then highs struggling to get above 40 degrees as we go into the weekend, and you'll see this cold high pressure settling across the mid-Atlantic for Sunday, and then as we go into Monday, still remaining dry for much of the day, but we are going to be seeing some showers for Monday afternoon as we have this pretty expansive system starting to approach the mid-Atlantic coast. Still a lot of details to hash out about this system, an exact track it takes and the strength. This particular model run shows a fairly strong system, and it would overspread the area in the form of rain on this particular track, but there is still quite some uncertainty if we get more of this low developing a little more farther east, then we will perhaps be seeing a little bit of snow. But right now, the consensus is that we're going to be seeing rain with the system as we go into Monday night and throughout Tuesday, seeing some scattered showers and maybe some snow flurries by the middle of next week. But as we get into next week, we are going to be starting to keep an eye on a more favorable pattern overall for some substantial snow, especially towards the second half of next week. So we will be talking about that once we get into later this week during our briefings. So taking a look at our 7-day forecast, partly to mostly cloudy skies today, high of 50 degrees. A little chillier tomorrow with a high only of up to 45 under partly cloudy skies. And then we'll see highs just around 50 degrees, maybe a degree or two less for Thursday and Friday under partly cloudy skies. You see we're going to have a chilly morning there on Thursday, low getting down to the mid-20s. As we go into the weekend, we're going to have a colder air mass start to overspread the area. Still looking at just partly cloudy skies, but temperatures are going to struggle to get above 40 degrees. And we're going to see some colder morning lows, especially Sunday morning, possibly seeing those lows get into the teens if we get just a little more cold air moving in, and it is likely we'll see low temperatures in the teens across the more chillier portions of the Delmarva. And then Monday we'll start to see the clouds increase across the area once again, and then seeing rain reintroduced to the forecast by Monday late afternoon. That will do it for your daily weather briefing. Have a great day.